Welcome to 73 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, I would say that the market, at the international market is still very dicey as to speak. And I have to tell you that the oil price that is continuing to oscillate as to speak now is trading around the $117.7 per barrel. And this also influenced prices of gasoline over there in US. As we speak now, I'll tell you a gallon of gasoline is going up about $5 in US. And as we speak, the markets globally are still in this direction. In US, I can tell you that Jones and the S&P are in green, while Nasdaq is still in red. Also in Europe market, so the same trend is there. This has a lot of market and investors reacting to this fluctuation in price because what is happening in Ukraine is already threatening the global economy with a recession because continue what price in prices, which inflation figures that came from most countries recently are hitting 50 years high, 40 years high. You can see these are what is strengthening also the global economy. But if you come back here, I'll tell you also, as also they are looking forward to see their purchasing manager index for the month of May, and this is a very important data for them. Also down here, we're also looking forward to see our consumer price index for the month of May, and at the same time the purchasing manager index for also for this month to see how we are fair as a economy, is it expanding or contracting when compared to what happened in the month of April. These data are very, very important for every player or every analyst or trader in the market. You need to know. But like I said, before we go looking at the market chart of the market, we need to look at also what has happened in the month of May and also give kind of projection what or outlook for what we expect to see in the month of the month of June. But as to speak now, before we go into that, don't forget that 2 days ago, Monday and Tuesday, we look at what is called some rules, stock market rules that you need to know that will guide you when you want to know the state of the market, that the way the market rally, what's expected after the rally. But today, I want to look at 4 things that you need to also know when it comes to what market bottoming or market topping. These are the 2 things. When market is trying to bottom, that means market has gone down. You need to find a reverse up. And when market is about to top, that means it has got to the level it's likely to want to pull back, correction or pull back, anything you call it. This is how to know. But today we want to say the market has some work to do before it hits a bottom or move higher. Then financial markets all over the world look for are forward looking. So price based or technical indicators are likely to be the first to signal either a downtrend or an uptrend where it turns, either it turns from a top market or a bottom market. It is the technical indicators to first of all give you signal. And also don't forget that I always say that also stock market is a leading indicator, but I tell you technical analysis is faster to tell you what is happening in the market, whether the market is about to go up or down. This is what the indicators will tell you. That means you need to really put your attention to know all this. That at the end of the day, you'll be the first person to know where the market is topping or also is bottoming out. Once you're able to do that, you take right position at the right time. These are 4 stages or steps the market will typically follow when they want to establish a stable bottom into a rally state. When a stock or a market is going to give you a critical stable follow up on stages that for you to know that this market is about to enter a bottom out or a top market. But today we want to look at when market is trying to bottom out. What it means, we need to look at these 4 things that you need to know before we go into looking at the market activities. One of them is that for market to really say your market is trying to go, market must have one thing first. It must have what we call oversold region. Just like you have in technical analysis also say undervalue and overbought. Then if market is also on going up again, it's moving up, and you want to find it must have also first of all what we call oversold overbought region. But for you to find a bottom market, I want to bottom out. First of all, you must see oversold region in that market. This is the first stage, for the market to undergo. For you to tell you that market is following that stage must be oversold region. But that means market has gone deep into that oversold region. Then at that level, we're not thinking of what the market is going to come out, and that is what is very objective. That yes, that define that this market has gone towards oversold region. Next thing is that market, like I said, market will not remain down, will not remain up. It is this trend of up and down that makes you that play the weight in equity investment. You must understand the rules up and down. Another that is very important is market must rally. Yes, each cycle, each cycle is different, but some part also will come with a better understanding when you see that there is what you are seeing an extreme where market has lost everything has come to an end. You are seeing volume, price is going down at the time, volume, is not there again. You see that market has rallied to that level. Then it is that rally now, so you can see that market is also testing. Also, of course, market is testing another decline level, a waterfall, another past decline level. It's testing it. Market is testing that level to tell that this is a strong support level. No, when we come to technical, like I'll show you one base that will give you more understanding so that you get it better. No, at that base, it tested that base, and also you need to know what is the breadth. What is the breadth of? Is it that every stock or just one stock is leading that the rally? When you see that it is more than 2 or 3 sectors, and also at the one really that you can tell that this is the time that you see that market is bottom because we are seeing different sectors of stock trying to come up at that very time. That is that at that time you can identify this is the time for the market to bottom up. You can see that I just explained 4 things here. Say one, markets must have a stage of what might identify market has gotten the level of oversold region. You can also see that market have rallied from that rally to that level. What I mean rally is that pull down, fall radically to that level, there must be a decrease. There must be kind of that rally, either up rally or down rally. The market have rallied down or pulled down. You must notice it. And also, market is retesting where it stopped previous, either previous month, previous quarter. It's found that is a strong support level. And at that level, you now start seeing that we are seeing a white, breadth, a white breadth stock. Like I see that more stocks and at that stage are increasing in price, trying to reverse. That's where you can see these are the 4 the things that happen. We must know that must happen before say a stock has bottom up. This is for that. And don't forget that at this bottom level here, there is what we call at that level, what we call market have achieved the first step. At that first step that I said earlier, it must have what oversold return. And also attempting to rebound. That rebound is the rally. After he has touched down, because he has rallied down, then they have to go up again. That shows that until he moves up, you are still waiting to confirm. That means still at that stage of oversold. But once you see a step that is moving forward, a positive talk that you are seeing positive breadth talks that you are seeing that more stock are rebounding at that level. You are seeing prices of many stock going up at that same time at that level. That is the stage for the rebound of the market. You can see for tomorrow we're looking at how look at the market that is stopping. For this one, the market that is also rebounding. Yes, quick one before we go into looking at the market now. We want to say that as we speak, the market news here is that Zenith Bank, has redeemed its 500 million dollar euro bond. For me, it's a good one for them. It tells that how the bank is still strong. This is another thing you should also have in mind. But as we speak now, market is also in green marginally, and we are seeing a positive trend. Don't forget that yesterday the market lost about just yesterday alone about 1.45, going below the 53,000 mark yesterday. But this morning, market has crossed back above that 53,000, trading around the 53,000. 33.71. Market is up by 43.43 points, representing 0.08 up marginally, which is good. Market breadth is positive as we speak now. I tell you that we have 10 advancers at this hour, and also having 7 decliner at this hour. And the top gainers as we speak is the FTN Cocoa, Africa Prudential, Eternal Oil, UBA, and Boa Food. Then these are the one leading the top gainers chart. Then followed by the loser side, we see Okomu topping the loser chart. Then followed by Konoe, then Camps, and the mutual benefit, and the Royal Exchange on that category for the losers. But don't forget about volume. It's very, very important. Top 3 in terms of volume are Konoe, GT Code, Royal Exchange, ETI, and what? And FCMB. These are the one leading the market. As we speak now, market is what? It's really in the marginally green, but it's better than yesterday that at this hour market was still market in a green position. For me, it's a good one. But we'll look at if time permits us, look at what is happening right now in Eternal Oil. Look at Africa Prudential, then look at the Boa Food, then Boa Food. Okomu, is it the right time to buy or want to wait until it touch a strong support level and corn oil? Then we'll now go back and look at ETI and the FCNB. These are the six we want to look at. But before we go that, I want to tell you that the month of May was a positive one for the market. Actually, let me change this one to we want to look at something for the month of May. Let's look at what happened in the month of May. You can see this chart here. You can see this is the monthly chart. Like I said that the market must form what must touch a oversold region, another region it must test a kind of a strong support level. You can see that look at this market, our market, you can see here is the strong support level for our market. Whenever I touch here, you can see it touch here, it turn back, it touch here, the same thing, touch here. This is a strong, and it's around the 19 and 20,000. They can see where our market will always. We can see that we are still enjoying uptrend from here. We have surpassed this 2 year. Market is heading to this region, almost breaking what we saw in 2017. If you take by 2007, I mean, you can see where the market is heading up, and this is a strong candle for the month of May. You can see the real volume of the month of May. Volume traded in terms of volume was about not adding what happened in Union Bank about 27 billion. But in terms of normal volume that they had in the month of May was 8.05 against 6.06 in the month of what? In the month of April. I see that the market is still looking up. This is stronger, bullish candle. You can see it here. This is what we call a V. Call it a V shape and also it's a bullish sign in technical analysis. This is called V pattern. You can see it here. You can see it all going up. If you want to do copper handle, you can see copper handle here before it break out. You can see the copper handle here. This is a good one for the market. For me, market has strength to go up. This for a monthly chart. For the month of May, I'll tell you, May this year also defy the mantra of sell in May and come back in October. But because you can see that we had a two uptrend in the second quarter or this quarter under review for April and May, I see that the month of June, and also if you look at the history of June in our market, history of June in market is up and down. It has not been a good month of June. It's always a down market or it's just slightly up market. We'll see that with the market rallying for 2 months, I expect that correction or profit taking will continue in this early June until we get to either the second week of June, where market also will be preparing for the half year earnings season and also the entry dividend paying stock for the year. That means you don't need to panic, but rather if you see stock pulling back, take position and see to watch out for the strong support level where you get to, you cannot jump in. That is why you need to also get the video what we call investing with what any season invest data. We tell you the value area where you should know that either a stock should be either within that value area to break out to support before you can jump into that stock for any season, especially as you are entering the month of June already, which is today. This is the month you have position ahead of what? Ahead of Q2 or half year result, anyone you call it. That is how to trade. But I'll tell you that the market is still a bullish trend in the market for the month of May. You can see this is a monthly chart. They can see what we are seeing here. Market is still strong. You can see good volume supporting the trend. You can see the volume here. For me, it's a good one. But let's see what happened in the month of May. For only the month of May, market gained about 6.67, and it touched as high as 54 point something. Then also the market cap also crossed the 59 trillion. It tells you that this market is strong. That means the high cap stocks that kept the market up. Actually, when it's going up, it only drags some stocks also low cap and the medium cap stock up. This is how to look at the market. But for the month of June, as I said, we are likely to see a mixed market. And also, for me, the month of June is dicey. But because the month, preceding or following the month that we expect earning season, which is July, for the half year, I believe from the second week of this month, start seeing change again. Positioning also the outcome of what is happening in the primaries of this of the different parties also we want to form confidence in the market. And also don't forget that the hike rate has moved some funds to physical market. But when we're looking forward to see the inflation figures I've said earlier, the consumer price index for the month of May, and also looking forward to see for this matter for me, that also give us information on how to invest and what to expect. It's from coming back to equity because I believe that when inflation hits around that region of 18, you might likely also see from coming to hit those more commodity backed stocks for them to take position. And also, if you see the result that came from the flour companies in Nigeria, that should also give you an insight that you can see that there's cost pressure on that result. tell you that costs have eaten to their most of later their top line was big, but the bottom line most of them were shrinking, were just being a little compared to the top line. That is a function of cost implication. That means we also look at which company will still maintain what we saw in Q1 in terms of a Q2 number when we were expecting this number. This is how to go about the market. But because of our time, let's quickly go back to a day chart that we are concerned with for today, being the first trading day of the month of June. You can see that the market is pulled back, but here it's little green here. You can see here. The market pulled back yesterday below the 53,000. As we speak now, you can see one small line here. Market is showing a green thing here. You can take it up. That is what we are seeing here. Small trying to look up since I crossed back to what to 53. Now to speak, the market is doing around 53, 53, no 001.19. I can see that the gain is still very small, but the good thing that we're having a positive breadth in the market. For me, it's a good one. But let's call our T lines and other indicators we use for our analysis to know exactly what to do. Then we'll go through those stocks. We didn't start on time because of little hitches here. We'll still look at those stocks I just mentioned, their chart before we can round up for today. Let's quickly look at our T line and others as usual for this class, so we can know where we are standing, where the market is going, and other stuff we want to look at. Yes. Then let's go back and see what is. Yes, as we speak now on a day chart, I'll tell you that the market is already below the T line. You can see that great thing here now, and which is not too good. But because market, I said, at the market breakdown, the 51 mark, that will confirm real decline phase. But as we speak now, market is slightly on a decline phase, but not much. But I believe that it's because of the markdown we saw in Dangote and corn oil yesterday, and because of dividend I put the market. Let's see, but this morning slightly green, but below what it is like. And money flow and the MACD are not looking good. They are all bearish. You can look at the trend here. Histogram here has changed on the daily chart. Looking down, and money flow has gone below what? Below 40. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart gives us position where we are going. 1 hour chart is also not so friendly because the market is trading below the T line. You can see it here now on the 1 hour chart, and you can see that it's becoming bearish here. You can see that it's gone bearish. And money flow try to look up marginally and still below 30, around 28, but it's a sign that it's looking up. These are what we need to look at as the market continues for today. But as we speak, market is still having a more positive breadth, while slightly in green. Then we want to look at what is happening in ETI. More ETI. Let's look at what is happening in ETI as we speak at this hour. Let's see what is happening in ETI. As we have mentioned, let's see what is happening in ETI today. Let's see what is happening in ETI. Let's see how the stock is performing. ETI for me is a missed chart on the 1 hour chart. You can see it's still here slightly above the T line. You can see this line up. Around doing around 1250, between 1250 and 12 34. You can see it here. I can see that MACD is bullish on 1 hour chart. The money flow is looking down. That is a missed signal. Let's look at a day chart for stock of ETI. Let's see the price action. The price action ETI is trying to form. You can see after a green bullish candle here, we're seeing a red one, but yet to become engulfing. But let's see how it's going to close. But MACD is telling us that this stock is about to close up. You can see it here. Our money flow is very low. That fund is not entering this stock much as expected. But if we start going in it, we're likely to see the market moving higher to break out this resistance that we are seeing here. These are the top resistance. You can see that double top here for the stock. But to break it out before another trend, a new trend will continue in ETI. You can see that MACD is turning towards bullish, while money flow is looking flat. Yes, let's look at the FCMB. We'll look at those stock because we didn't start on time. FCMB. Look at FCMB. Let's see what is happening there. Don't forget that previously we saw volume in that stock, but let's see on the day chart is below the T line. You can see here below the T line, and also it's becoming a bearish too after trying to like come up. Money flow is still up on a D chart for the stock. Let's quickly look at what is happening on 1 hour chart for the stock. It just tested on 1 hour chart, it's still strong. I'll tell you MACD is positive, but just tested the T line, has not crossed down the T line. But we have seen kind of a pullback here. You can see it here. The red candles, which is telling that the stock is pulling back for the stock of FCMB. The candlestick price action telling us the stock is pulling back. You can see it here. And despite my MACD and money flow on the hour chart is positive, for the price action is telling us that it's pulling back, just resting on the T line as we speak. Quick one, let's look at what is happening in Entana. And let's see the format, the chart position of Entana. What is it saying technically? We need to know what Entana is saying technically so that we know exactly what to do with the stock. Look at chart of technical chart of Entana. Entana on a 1 hour chart for me is very healthy and strong. It's trading above the T line. You can see it here very well above the blue line, and you can see volume trying to come up but not much. But once it crosses the line, that means it's trading above its average level, still not too low, but still like that to look up. MACD is positive and money flow is positive. On our chart for Etana, let's look at the day chart for Etana. Etana is still trading on what, on top of what, above the T line. And if you come and see here, you can see that the histogram here is telling us that it's also getting towards what, a bull situation, but see here to confirm the line here is almost looking to cross. Once it cross the red one up, it's a good one, and money flow is looking down. This is a mixed signal, but I'll tell you good one because the price action is above what, above the T line for Etana. Look at Boa Food, what is happening in that Boa Food. Before we look at Okumu to confirm whether you can catch a fallen knife now or wait to land, because I always tell you that you don't catch what, a fallen knife. You need to see that knife now. Boa Food. Okay, know what is happening in Boa Food. Let's see what is happening there. Boa Food. Okay, that's the Boa Food. Let's quickly look at Okumu. Let's see what happened in Okumu then before we can let's see what happened in Okumu. Oh yeah. Okumu, as we speak now, is on a day chart. You can see Okumu is below the T line because it has dropped below 200, around 195 through the T line. You can see that MACD has performed a bullish trend or a bearish trend already for the stock. That means you need to watch very well. And money flow is looking down. Actually, on a day chart, let's look at 1 hour for Okumu. 1 hour for Okumu. Let's see what is it saying. Let's look at 1 hour for Okumu. What is it saying? 1 hour for Okumu is also not too good. Money flow is below 20, below 15, and you can see here no direction yet. And like I said, it is slightly below also the T line on an hour chart. Finally, let's look at what is happening in corn oil since the chart for boy is not coming up. Let's look at corn oil. Look at corn oil, what is happening in corn oil, and that will be the last for today. Corn oil, as we speak now, has pulled back on a 1 hour chart below the T line. You can see it here, while the money flow is also just turning up down from around 59, 95 down, just looking like a confirmation, and why MACD is already bearish on a 1 hour chart. Let's look at the day chart for this stock below the T line finally, and you can see it's a long strong, know, bearish candle there following. You can see volume already. You can see that it's confirmed here. You can see on a day chart. You can see this stock is already bearish. You can see it here with this line pattern here and money flow below, even entering negative also okay, below 10 already. For me, the stock you have to wait to confirm a breakout of the T line before you can jump there. I see it's still going down from what we are seeing here. And that is that we need to also keep our eyes on our stocks. We see that market is still oscillating, but as I said earlier, that the month of June is very dicey because it goes up and down. If you look at check the data for 5 years, I can tell you for out of that 5 years, the month of June is down for 3 years and up for 2 years. Don't know how it's going to work. Now I've seen that market was up for the month of April and May. I expect that the month of June will be for profit taking to usher in the position for what for any season for the month of July. That is how we should look at the market as we speak now. Yes, I will say thank you here and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow and God bless you. Enjoy your trading day. Yes, for those that are preparing for the master class from tomorrow, we'll start telling you how to start registering and also start booking for there. I said take your schedules and make sure that you tick that first Saturday for the month of July. That will when the master class is coming on. You need to position for other things we are looking at the market. We're already seeing stocks that have potential to rally, which we want to also position ahead before others take position in those stocks. When they are coming, we're already in those stocks. That's how to invest in equity investment. Also, don't forget to always share your your link with your friends and also subscribe to what the YouTube. This morning we posted something there this morning. You can listen to all these different meeting and different analysis from different angles. You get it at YouTube. Once it's posted, you get alert to watch. That will also help you to shape your investment decision. I say see you tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your trading day. Yes.